Hey Red Wings fans, Nick Nielsen here alongside our head coach and GM Cody Mapes just to talk a little bit now that we are done our 3 preseason games. And Cody, after we had those 3 games on the ice here, you got me feeling a little bit confident seeing that not only did your team pull out the 3 wins, but a lot of the time we're in control of those games too.
Yeah, we saw a lot of good things, a lot of things we've worked on in practice and stuff that we got to have a good little look at and see where we get to fix things up a little bit and stuff like that. But, the reality is there's that success is a far cry from where we want to be. And so it's definitely a step in the right direction, but we're not getting too high here. We got to make sure we continue to work every day and get to our end goal, which is not 3 preseason wins. So.
Absolutely. Now, on that note, of course, 3 wins, 2 of them come in overtime, things like that. And does it make you a little bit nervous, or does it raise any concerns at all that your team didn't feel like it went through too much adversity in the preseason?
No, you know what? I think those 2 Estevan games were exactly kind of what we needed. The intensity was high. Like, I think if you were watching from the outside, you wouldn't have known that those were preseason games. The intensity was high from the first puck drop of the first game there in Estevan, and so that was good to kind of see our guys go through that, especially some of our young guys, and get into some situations that might be a little bit uncomfortable for them. And so it was it was good to see. It'll be good to get down to our numbers and really get the group together and start playing as we do have a lot of vets coming back, and they haven't really been in the lineup together yet. So that'll be exciting for us.
Now let's take a look at the different positions around the ice here individually. We'll start at the back end with goaltending here. Pretty sure we know what that kind of goaltender duo is going to look like here, but I mean, you got 3 great goaltenders still with you. How does that feel for you as a coach?
Yeah, we'll be starting the year with 3 of them. All 3 guys have looked good so far. Daza was good the other night, a little shaky start, but locked it down in the end, and made a few good saves in the third period and overtime there to make sure we had a chance to win.
And in the shootout, a couple nice ones too.
Yeah, the shootout as well. We didn't get to see Boston too much, but I think we've seen a good body of work from him last year and through camp and stuff. He was arguably the best goalie in camp, and then Rammer comes in and then does his job on Saturday night in Estevan really well. So we're pretty comfortable with it. I think that Daza's still got something to prove. Nothing's going to be given here, just like every other spot where guys are going to have to earn their ice time, and there's going to be competition in practice and all that. So we want to make sure that everybody's going in practice, and there's always a lot of competition for every spot in the lineup.
And speaking of a lot of competition for every spot in the lineup, defense might be our most competitive spot right now.
Absolutely. Some guys have come back further ahead than what I had anticipated. We got a kind of an unknown with Lucas Jeffries, and he's shown well and really put himself in the mix. And we've got 11 guys here right now that are all junior A guys. And so, like we told the guys after our game on Monday, they've done their job. They've made the job very hard for our staff and our scouting staff to figure this all out. And that's all you can ask of them. So we'll see what the practices are like, what the practice habits and all that kind of stuff are like throughout the week here. And then we've got to make some decisions. So.
Absolutely, guys like Eddie Ruck coming in, exactly what we thought he was going to be. Ian Meyer, after his injury last year, comes back and he looks fantastic as well. So a lot of things to be excited about on the back end. And then on the front end, for forwards, what do you think of your group that you have up front?
Well, you know what? We're excited about guys like Kirk Mullen and Goche and Kalen and those guys. But we've got a lot of depth. From forward number probably 3 or 4 down to number 12 is pretty tight. Even I can say probably 14 or 15. And again, that's going to create competition in practice, and that's going to be good for everybody. It's going to be good for them if the guys are willing to battle and compete for their spot in the lineup and their ice time every night and stuff. They're going to make each other a lot better every single day. So that's exciting for us. But the top of the lineup has to lead the charge. They've got to be the hardest working guys, and that's the standard we're going to hold them to.
Absolutely. Some tough decisions ahead for the coach as we get closer to the start of the season, which is the greatest problem that we could have right now. We're getting excited for the start of the regular season coming up on September 16th in Melville. And mark your calendars, our home opener is September 23rd against the Estevan Bruins right here at Crescent Point Place. We'll see you there.